You've mentioned the history of art and with respect to the curriculum for 16 and 18 plus examinations and also the history of medicine. How about the history of war? How does the World History Archive accommodate the classroom and teachers for teaching the history of war within the national curriculum?
Warfare is a subject well documented within the World History Archive collection, from ancient battles such as Kadesh in Egypt right through to the current Ukrainian conflict. We have images that depict not merely battles and battle plans and generals and armies, but also the impact of war. We have images that capture moments in people's lives and actually bring war into a visceral reality. It's a reality that people can access and hopefully empathize with the victims of war, as well as the grander victories and defeats that war brings. And our war coverage includes paintings, sculptural reliefs, drawings, and almost every conceivable depiction from Trajan's column in Rome and the conquest of Gaul and the Punic Wars, right through to the battles of the First World War. Human history is populated by often great achievements, and we indeed cover those, the great civilizing moments, the great constructive and creative moments. But warfare represents, if you like, the act of final resort, and we cover the darkest moments in human history, which are our battles with each other, our conquests of each other, and the cruelties that are concomitant with that ride along that journey. These impact people in ways that are perhaps difficult to understand just in words. And I'm reminded of particular images of orphans carrying siblings, of refugees traversing difficult terrains from one country to another seeking refuge. Those are the kinds of images that we are proud to have within the collection, because they resonate through centuries and through recent times as well as more established periods. Warfare and the visual documentation of it has in recent years justifiably shifted from a very European perspective, a very Anglo perspective, into one that recognizes the contribution and the participation of major sectors of society that previously went largely unrecognized. And I'm thinking here of our images that depict women at war, whether they be women working in a factory in India for the war effort, or whether they be women in the First World War working in an armaments factory in France or Britain or indeed in Germany. And we have collected these images assiduously in order to augment coverage and to leverage an awareness that it was not just men who went to war. But even taking that perspective, that the men were on the fighting front, which is not, by the way, true in some societies like Russia, and we have covered that, we also have to recognize that people participated in war who were not necessarily fighting for their country at that time. They were fighting for the empire that occupied them or had conquered them. So we have Indian and West Indian and Afro-Caribbean troops participating both in the First World War and the Second World War, which extends into our US coverage, which includes Afro-American participants particularly in the Second World War, and we consider that a major achievement of WHA, that we have brought images of that kind and of those subjects into the area of consciousness. Today you have seen a few images from our collection. There are hundreds of thousands more to share with you. Join us to empower students and teachers on their odyssey through history. Thank you.